Hello again! It's time for another video. So in the last month I did a bunch of weathers. And if you don't get the joke, I'll explain it. I thought it was very funny. So if you take a sheep, a male sheep, so a ram, and you castrate them, you call them a wether. And then I thought it'd be really cute to draw a bunch of different types of wethers. So I started out doodling just in my sketchbook different types of cloudy sheep. So I wanted the bodies to be basically different types of clouds, to do different types of weather, and I started out with that little raining sheep with the rainbow, and then I did the little storm cloud sheep, and then I had the idea for the nighttime cloud one, which isn't really a weather type, but I thought it was cute, so I did it anyways. And I basically just designed all these sitting on the couch watching TV, so I brought them in and I got to work on getting them sketched out and inked and ready to go for some paint, and I thought these would be really cute as Patreon rewards for stickers and the print. So I'll talk a little bit more about those as I get to the ones that I chose for each of those subjects, but let's start with my weathers. So this one is the simplest one, and I thought it was the funniest one because it was supposed to be like a cloudless sky. So there's like a little cloud for the tail and a little cloud on top of the head, because this sheep was just recently shorn, so there's no more clouds anymore. It's just a big blue sky. And I had kind of fought with myself about where I wanted to put like a sun. At first I thought, oh, I'll just do the blue sky and I'll put the sun in behind it, but I thought, no, it'd be cute to incorporate the sun into the design. So if you saw in my sketchbook, I drew the sun as like a circle on the butt there. But when I started painting it, I realized I kind of thought it was cute to put the sun up on the face. So once I put down this nice blue layer, I thought, oh, okay, I'll put that sun in. If I went back, I probably would put some more lighting across more of it, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. I think it's really cute. I thought it was a funny idea. And I went in, this blue I used was just my cheap koi set, but I find it granulates really easily, so I kind of mixed this pale blue I had with a few other colors so that it wouldn't get super grainy and chalky looking, and that's how I did the blues on it. I don't really have a bright blue like that just in a pan on its own. I had to mix it a bit, but it's hard to mix bright colors, so I kind of just did what I could in it and sort of lightened it up, hope for the best. I also thought I didn't want it to be just in a blank sky, but if it was going to be a cloudless sky, it had to be a really pale sky. So in order to kind of keep my values the same, I used this sort of soft blue-gray that I used to shade the add shadows to the clouds, and I put that in behind with like a little butterfly silhouette. And then I went back in with this bright yellow, and I gave him a little sun face. I think he turned out really cute. It's a really simple design, but I think it's a really fun design. And then this one was the first idea I had, which was the little rain cloud sheep with the rainbow on top. So I wanted the body to be sort of like the dark sky that kind of goes with a rain cloud, but I didn't want it to be as dark as the storm. So I just did basically the woolless parts, so like the face and the legs. I did those in this darker blue, like the sky would be just around when the rain would start following, but I was kind of thinking of also like sun showers. So I put this dark blue on those parts, and then I went in and I left the cloud kind of white, or the wool kind of white, and added a little bit of shading onto that as well. Normally I speed up the process of all of my videos for like the whole thing, just because if I didn't, they'd be like hours long. But I kind of wanted to slow down a little bit on those close-ups of me painting. I thought that might be nice, so if you like that, let me know in the comments, and I'll keep doing that where the closer shots are slowed down. It just means I have to do a little bit of cutting to kind of make the time constraints work, but once I was all done with that, cloudy, stormy shading, I added in some rain, and then I got started on the rainbow. And here you'll see as I'm painting, I just alternated which color, like I did every other color for the first pass, just so I could be more time efficient, because that way these don't touch. And then once they were dried, I could go back in and do the other colors. And I thought it was kind of cute to leave a little bit of white space in between. I also, after I started painting, realized that I don't remember which way the rainbow actually goes, if it's red on the bottom or red on the top. And then I thought, it's a magical weather sheep, so if someone complains, okay. Anyways, I thought it turned out pretty cute, and a lot of my friends and folks who saw it on Instagram already really enjoyed it, so I think that's going to be one of the stickers, is the little rainbow rain cloud sheep. I think I could do some cute stuff with this one. And the other sticker is going to be the one I'm painting right now, which is this nighttime moon sheep. I really wanted to incorporate the crescent moon into the horns, so that's what the horns are supposed to look like. They're supposed to look like a crescent moon, and then there's all the stars in the sky. And I even ended up adding stars into the wool of the, or the cloud of the weather. I might continue that with the sticker. Spoiler alert, the sticker will be at the end of this video, but I haven't actually designed it yet. But technically the cloud itself wouldn't have stars in it, but I want to do this sticker on a holographic base, so I want like the moon horns, possibly the face, like, and all the skin as well, to be that holographic, and then I wanted to have all the stars stick out in little holographic dots as well. So I don't know if I'll incorporate them into the wool or if I'll just keep them in the surrounding area around it, maybe make like a little circle badge square with the hollow backing. I'm also still on the fence. Basically, once I get designing it, I'll probably realize what I like and what I don't like. But I'm on the fence about doing the whole face in hollow or just the moon crescent horns, and then sort of have it fade into the white of the face. This part's really boring. I just tried to fill in around it, although I did a bad job. Don't do what I did. Be smart. Do a wet wash so that everything doesn't dry as you're trying to get to the other side. I had like one whole section dry down a bit. I had to go back and like overwork it, and I did a bad job of this. Do a wet wash first, and then lay your big thick thing on top. Make sure it's always wet, move it around, you know. You can always take that moisture away to clean it up a bit. Don't be like me, don't do it wrong. And then I went in with my just like a little white gel pen, and I added some cute little stars and spots, and I think I did some in silver as well. One of the other reasons I'm still on the fence about giving the face like a white coloration instead of just letting it be transparent so the hollow shows through is because I liked, once I added all these little like blushies and the little pink nose, I thought it looked really cute. So I kind of want those to stay really visible instead of trying to like layer on a really subtle pink over top of a like holograph. I don't know if the way the stickers print, if that would look nice on top of just hollow, or if it would look better just to make that white and, like I said, have that little moon shape and everything else. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see at the end of the video what I ended up deciding on. I'll also see at the end of the video what I ended up deciding on. But that was my little nighttime weather. Again, it didn't really, it's not a type of weather, it's just a cloudy night sky, but I thought it was really cute, so I did it. And the last one I'm working on here is probably the most interesting one, and it was really fun to draw and kind of fun to paint too, and it's going to be the print for next month's Patreon rewards. And this one is my storm cloud weather. I wanted to make it all like purples and blues and dark and moody, and then do the bright lightning as the horns. So I went in, basically just did like this nice little wet wash, and this is a small enough area, and I did it in the right way, going from a small point and working outwards, keeping the edges wet, mainly because I had just screwed up the background on the nighttime weather, so I was very aware of what I was doing. So when you do a large area in a wash, like keep those edges wet, work from your smallest point outwards, so you're not trying to suddenly fill a bunch of spots when you don't have enough paint mix, things like that. Mix a lot of paint ahead of time. Don't be afraid to keep watering down the paint to get it all on, because having at least some of the color, even if it's like a gradient, is better than running out and then having to mix it again and having those edges dry. Like, just keep adding a little bit of water and keep it going, unless you have tons of paint already mixed for it, and keep going with what you got. But yeah, don't be afraid to water it down if you have to just kind of keep that edge from drying, because that gradient will still look good. It'll look like you did it on purpose, I promise. And then once that was all dried down, I went in and mixed some other colors to kind of add different shades of this like dark blue. I don't know, I kind of wanted to make it look like it was a bunch of stormy clouds all mixed together. I need to work with more reference for this, but I still think he turned out really cute. I think he looked kind of like a neat little patchwork sheep. And yeah, I basically just kept using those base colors that I'd used for the that soft flat wash, and I added to it with different tones. So like I added more blues for certain colors, I had more purples for other colors, but I used that sort of base set of colors so that it would have this very cohesive color theme, I guess. Once all those watercolors were dried down, I actually went in with gouache for the horns. Originally I was going to try and just block out the shape of the lightning antlers and then try and fill in afterwards, but I realized I just got a bunch of gouache from that Sibylline Moss Rico set, and that's more than opaque enough to go over top of any watercolor wash I was going to do anyways. So why bother? Let's just do it this way. So I went back in, I grabbed the whole bean acrylic wash that I got with the kit, so I mixed sort of this pale blue. I was trying to layer it so that it would get lighter as it got towards the center, which is sort of how I'd seen people do like neon and stuff like that before for paint. This will probably be the part of the print that will be hand embellished. I might take some like reflective silver, I think, do something really shiny and reflective and do that on top of it so that when you like turn the print, the lightning will like flash. I'm really excited to try and do that. It'll take some experimenting once I get the prints done, but this turned out pretty cute. I think, again, I should have worked with more reference for like lightning shapes and what storm clouds look like, but at this point I was running out of daylight and I needed to get it done. So I was trying to just sort of speed through this part, but as you can see there, I went in, I got that all nice and laid in, and this whole bean acrylic wash dries down really quickly, so I didn't have to wait too long between layers, which was nice. And I decided to add some like little tiny lightnings a few different places. I thought about maybe adding them going down from the bottom of the cloud, but I was worried they would kind of muddy up with the legs and the little bit of rain I threw in. I wanted it to be kind of clean and very readable, so I just did them sort of coming up out of the clouds on the top, and then here I mixed it a little bit lighter and I sort of filled in as like a core, and I had to switch paintbrushes because this one was way too big for this job, but I'm still getting used to using gouache and just like how quickly it dries, how it moves, how opaque it is, how to mix it like thinner to make it more like watercolor. It's all still very new to me, but I'm trying my best to kind of get used to it, and I want to do more work with gouache in the future because it's fun. I like the opaqueness. It's definitely different than how I normally paint. So I wanted to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing me paint all of these little sheep, and if you wanted to join my Patreon and get a print and a couple stickers of these guys in the coming month, you can find the link down in my description below. And in the meantime, let me just thank some of my wonderful patrons. Charlotte Mitchell, So Spice, Audrey McAvoy, Olivia White, Sarah Flanagan, Philippa Riggs, Tasha Red Fox, Friday Norvell, Rory, Jesse's Grill, and Andrew Wilson. Thanks so much, guys. You make it so that I can keep doing this. Bye!